to High Tales with your favorite lit sisters. Probably your only lit sisters.
We don't want to make assumptions.
But
we assume we're your favorite.
Yes, we are the favorite, whether you know any other lit sisters or not.
Yeah.
Okay, so where we left off, Araya met one of the only relatives alive that she has.
Yes.
And she was fucking crazy.
She has some trauma that she needed to process.
But let me set it up.
But won't.
She understandably is effed up because her whole family, everybody she lived with, got murdered when she was 5, including her. She just happened to survive the attack.
Right.
And then she was a vampire by herself from 5 on growing up.
For 200 years.
So she built herself a whole kingdom of creepiness.
Of turned children. So just like Children of the Corn, like phased out.
There's no
like substance
there.
Yeah.
And from all of my vampire research, we know that vampires, when they get turned young, they stay young.
Right.
They
You're
never
frozen
grow.
in time, I think is how they described it.
So super creepy.
Very
like
creepy.
Baby vampires crawling on the ground.
And Carissa, the author of this book, I do want to say, you might want to try thrillers because I might like them more because she wrote creepiness.
She wrote creepy so
very well.
Well, I think overall we've noticed this book series. We like it so much because the writing is so good.
Yeah, it's good.
I think sometimes you get these books in this genre where there's gaps. There's things that is never explained. And it's like, oh, well, it's just fantasy. I think that's a little lazy.
It is, right? You have plot holes, or you have sometimes in fantasy where it's like too much. Like over complicated for the sake of just being complicated. I feel like she's just right.
Yes. Well, and I also think there's something like, well, such and such used his power and this is why he could. But somebody else in the same circumstance doesn't have that same. So it's kind of like they create different rules that don't make sense. And that's what irritates me.
Almost like you're writing it and creating the world as you're going.
At least create consistency.
It's like that game from Big Daddy when he's like, I win. And he's like, this is bullshit.
So that's how some people write fantasy.
Change the rules. Let's just change the rules as we go.
Which,
I have a feeling
if
you're
you change the
knocking
rules,
one
that's
particular series that we've read. And we will let our listeners infer what that is because it's only been 2 of them.
Another thing we must talk about is our wild and crazy weekend for old people.
Dude, but we weren't old. I'm thinking back to see if we were.
We were posturing as young, but don't let anybody feel fooled. We are old.
Our little brother, we are 1 and 2 of 4 children. So the little brother's the 3rd, had a big birthday, and his wife's birthday is the day before.
Well, don't say now everybody knows we're over 40. It's going to totally F with our target audience.
Obviously.
Everybody who's young is going to be like, oh, I don't want to listen to these old hags.
You guys, I know I said I purposely dyed this gray hair gray, but it's real. I just should tell all of you, I'm an old-ass bitch.
Oh, mine's all fake. That's embarrassing.
So we went to a rooftop and partied like we were in our 20s. And those of you who don't know, all of us lived together, not together in the same house, but lived in the city and literally played sand volleyball together and did other intramurals together and went to bars together, went to Cubs games together. We were all down there when the Blackhawks won the World Series. So if you look at all those pictures when people were just like in Wrigleyville and there was like a happy parade right after on a random like Tuesday night.
Which
we
a lot of people assume it would turn into mobs.
No,
where
it was
we're like
so fun.
Turning over cars.
Yeah.
We can be happy mobs too.
Yeah, it was so happy. The police were all there on their horses and stuff, and they were high-fiving people. We were all just very, very happy. It was fun. We were all there for that, right? And then we all moved out, and we watched the Cubs win the World Series in a suburb while babies were sleeping downstairs.
Yeah, not as cool of a
Not as cool.
situation.
Still fun. But anyways, we got to recreate that. It very much felt like it did 15 years ago when we were all living in the city. But what I kept feeling was trippy as hell is looking at our brother yesterday, and it's not like we don't see him like all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we haven't seen him maybe in a month. Maybe.
Not even that.
Not even. But he looked so much like our dad.
Yeah.
So like as he's getting older, I don't know if his eyes are getting more Japanese. It was, for me yesterday, it was his mouth. He was doing that like a dad face all the time. And then he did it. He's like this. I'm like, "Oh my God, yes." And he's like, "Oh."
I feel like it's a lot of demeanor too.
Yeah.
Because when we do see him in regular day to day, it's
Yeah.
like dropping kids off here, doing this. So it's more like catch up on the kids and
You
the
know what
family,
it
not
is?
him personally.
It's when he's being goofy. He's
our
more
dad.
like our goofy ass dad.
Yeah.
Because our dad is actually a pretty goofy person.
He can be goofy.
Yeah. He's not a super serious guy.
He likes the jokes.
He does.
I wonder where we get it.
Like even growing up, he was always kind of silly, goofy parent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like he can get serious if he needs to.
This is the first time in a while that the 4 siblings have been together to actually like party.
Yeah.
Not for a family event, not to get all our kids together, not for Mother's Day brunch, which is more sophisticated. It
Yeah.
was like, we are here to party. I think it's hilarious that our brother's friend's reaction was, oh, that's a lot of stuff coming at us. We thought your brother was a unicorn and you're just like a herd. You're a family of unicorns.
We are. We bring the energy. wherever
Which
we go. Or
is-
we hijack the energy. I
We
don't
do,
really know.
but we bring the party,
Yeah.
whether people want it or not, whether it's appropriate or not.
I don't know.
I always think back to when we went to Jamaica as a family and we were just hooping and hollering in like
Those
a
people were just
hibachi
assholes.
grill.
Yeah.
Like we were just, okay, we were obnoxious. Like hibachi grill, it is fun. It is meant to be fun. But when they do like the volcano with the onions and stuff like that, we were acting like it was a jackpot.
It was the sake
In
bombs
Vegas.
for us, so we were like, bomb, bomb, bomb,
Oh yeah.
bomb.
Oh yeah. The sake bombs didn't help either. But as we left the table,
Yeah.
there were
Assholes.
they were
Assholes.
vocal,
They were not. They were
but
jerks.
they said that we were very obnoxious.
Jealous that we were having fun and they suck.
Okay, but in retrospect,
And they're ugly. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't even remember. I just remember them calling us obnoxious.
No, that's a TikTok soundbite.
Oh.
And see, my TikTok peeps on here and Reel. It's on Reels too. They know what I was talking about.
Okay.
And they're ugly.
Okay, now you just seem mean, but I guess
I mean, that was me. So the way that's played out is there's always 3 people in a friend group. The one that's like, calm down. The one, and
Yeah.
then the blunt one.
yeah.
And they're complaining and they're like, I just don't know. I mean, maybe she da-da-da. And then the one friend goes, and they're ugly.
Okay.
That's
You're
me.
and they're ugly.
I'm okay with that.
Actually, I would say our youngest sister is the and they're ugly person. I'm definitely the quiet one.
You're the one who's like, okay, there's another voiceover that goes around that there's one girl that's like, I'm going to hit her. And there's another one that's like, calm down. And then there's a third one that's like, do it. I would say I'm going to hit her.
I'm
You're
the calm down.
And Rachel's like, do it. Do it.
Yeah.
Like she's
She's the
there.
person in the background that's
throw it down.
hyping up the fight.
Yeah, for sure.
And she could throw down in the fight, but she's not going to activate the fight.
No.
Activate it in the sense that she's your hype guy.
She'll stir the pot and have me finish it. She'll start it and then I have to finish it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And I'm sitting there like, why can't we all just get along?
Let's keep it real. You're also a Taurus, so you're like, calm down, but you're like, do it. I think she,
But if you do it, I've got 4 contingency plans.
Yes.
On how to get out of here so we don't get in trouble for
yeah,
it.
we always need the person who bails you out of jail, Someone who's got it together. That's
Yeah.
fine. I'll risk it.
Okay. I won't. We all know I won't.
I will. I will. No, I'm old now. I probably wouldn't anymore. It was pretty cool. It was fun. It was a very good time. I hope our brother had a good time. I did not die. I did puke in the grocery store parking lot, though.
Yep.
I did.
Yep.
That did happen.
I think part of that was partying. Part of that was sitting backwards on a bus when we're old and have motion sickness.
Yeah.
Half of the bus ride back to the burbs,
Yeah.
I had to like sit straight and not interact with people.
You're right.
'cause I
It
was
had
like,
nothing to do with the lemon
Well,
drop shots and the Jello shots that I took.
I wouldn't say nothing. I'm just trying to help you out, man.
But honestly, I didn't feel like I drank that much. I do think that in combination with sitting backwards like that and with I only had like nachos, not like loaded nachos, just some chips and some processed cheese to eat all day as well.
Yeah.
I felt much better after that. And then we
Good.
proceeded to order Mexican here
And
at
you
your
had
place.
nachos again
And I had nachos. I replenished the nachos.
that you puked up.
But we had a very good time.
And anybody who has not experienced a Cubs game rooftop,
Yeah.
you need to.
It was fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. We've all been to quite a few of them because I think when you work in the Chicagoland area, that's a big thing that people at least did
Yeah.
before, like companies and stuff like that. You would always go.
Well,
It was
and
fun.
it's totally worth it when you're in your 20s.
Yeah.
Because it's all you can eat and drink on this rooftop outside of Wrigley Field.
Yeah,
And you get your money's worth.
You
Like,
do.
we did not get our money's worth.
we did not.
We were the old people that are like drank responsibly
Well, we were too
and
busy talking like weirdos.
I know, connecting with people,
Jeez.
connecting with people's faces.
I think it's also Chicago in general. I don't know if a lot of people realize this. It's a very young city.
Yeah.
Like you look around, and then granted, we were in Wrigleyville,
Yeah.
but we've all lived in all different parts of
Yeah.
the city and
We
had
actually,
friends who lived
none of
downtown
us lived in the same
area. Actually,
Yeah.
we were close.
neighborhood. We were
But,
close enough that it wasn't
we were
annoying
in
to get to
Old
each other.
Irving for a while, Roscoe Village. You guys were in Lincoln Park. Rachel was in Uptown. We had friends in downtown, and we would do Halloween down there. We were all over the place.
Yeah.
Everywhere. It's really like mid-20s to mid-30s.
Yeah.
You know, it's a very young city, which is very fun as
Yep.
well, and there's a lot to do. So it's not a war zone. Some people would have you think. It's a beautiful, joyous place, especially when the weather is nice.
Yes. It's
Which
even
it
nicer
was
without
beautiful.
ice agents everywhere.
It is. We didn't see any of those yesterday,
No,
did we?
we didn't. They know.
Apparently, not a lot of immigrants are Cubs fans, so we're okay. I don't know. But it was just as fun as it was 15 years ago, and I had a great time. So thank you, brother, for getting old. And
Brother
thank you-
doesn't listen to us.
It's fine. Thank you, sister-in-law, for planning a really cool
sister-in-law
outing.
doesn't listen to us either.
It's fine. Thank you, you guys.
We're too ratchet.
They don't really read fantasy.
One trait he did not get from our father that we enthusiastically got from our father.
I still think he's pretending. We're all nerds at heart, okay?
He just doesn't want to show his nerdness.
I don't know. Or he picked the coin collection side of the nerdiness. I don't know.
You think he's collecting coins?
Might be.
He
Closet
definitely
coin
picked
connect-
up
collector.
the lean weirdly into technology. Like he has the biggest golf simulator setup
Yeah.
of
and he
anybody
did it
I've ever
himself.
met. Yes.
Yeah, it looks professionally done too. It's pretty good.
Yeah. So-
we need to stop complimenting him so much.
Well, I'm not.
You
I'm
don't
saying
even go here. You
what-
don't even listen to us.
what a nerd. He doesn't read fantasy. He doesn't get into superhero movies.
Like we
what
were
the
talking
hell?
about Game of Thrones. I was like, you have to watch it. He's like, nah, I think I'm good. And I'm like,
It's
no,
like
seriously,
a
it's really
culturally
good.
relevant show that
Agreed.
people reference in day-to-day life.
Yeah, and he goes, okay, wait a minute, isn't that show about like dragons and stuff? I go, yeah. He goes, yeah, sounds pretty fucking lame. I'm like,
How dare you?
gasp, much. You need to learn how to nerd the right way. Third sibling.
Okay, but I think part of being a nerd is to just embrace all nerdy types.
It's fine, but don't yuck my yum. He yucks our yum.
I just don't like that phrase.
You know what? The way that you can make it up to me is get the sibling tattoo that we've all been wanting to get.
Yeah, he joked with us. I thought for a time there he was going to do it, where he was like, oh, yeah. Oh,
Yesterday?
Yeah. Yeah. So we were all talking about what sibling tattoo we would all
You can
get.
still be goaded by our brother. It was pretty obvious he was leading into a letdown.
Well, I think the big thing is he thought, no way Marissa's getting a tattoo. And once I was enthusiastic about it, he was like, oh, shit, I'm not doing it. I just was saying Marissa has to, so that way she had to be the one that
He
said
goes, Marissa turns around and goes, I'm doing it. And he's like, ah, shit.
Gotcha.
But this is way later, and now he knows we're actually going to move forward with the sister tattoo. And I think he goaded you because he looked a little like FOMO-y.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all we're asking you to do, bro, is 4 dots. And the third one is an open circle because you're third place.
Yeah.
I'm first place.
Well, it's not places. It's order of birth.
Sure.
Because if we did it by places, all of us cocky motherfuckers would have the open circle first. And then all the other dots. We should do that. That's funnier. That's funnier. It's worth the joke.
The one who's the most Asian gets that's first place, and we all think it's us.
I have genetic testing proving it's me.
True story. True story. Did I tell you my best friend who's Indian, sent me that video I sent all you guys of the 2 half Japanese twin girls in their car seats? And she's like, no, you're Asian because mommy's Asian. And the other twin's going, no, I'm white. And she goes, no, you're not. Daddy's white. Mommy's Asian. You're Asian. She's like, I'm white. And the mom's like, you're both Asian and you're both white. Mom, that's silly. I'm Asian. And I literally sent this to my siblings and said, the younger 2, I said, you guys are white.
I just think those twins are really caught up on their American history because according to the law, if you're 1/16th anything but white, you are considered that.
Is it?
1/16th.
Really?
That was the cutoff for whether or not you were a slave.
Oh, well, that doesn't apply to Asians.
It applies to any race because then that moved forward to you couldn't marry, you couldn't cohabitate if somebody you were with was 1/16th or more of a different race.
And now we all get 23andMe tests and brag about how much other shit we
I think that's still a us thing. I think there are groups of people. I know this may shock you.
Americans love to...
There are groups of people who think that their whiteness is them being superior.
Yeah.
And so they actually hide any of those. I don't know if you've seen the news
Nazis?
recently. But there are people who still feel that way. Here, I'll send you some links.
Good, because I don't stay up to date on any of that stuff or anything.
No, of course not. Okay, but anyway, creepy village. We survived.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, her only living relative, she just killed. But her only living relative also just tried to torture her.
Yeah.
So we'll call it even.
She's pretty messed up.
Now she just found out she has a cousin. Well, she just found out she had a dad. And then right after he died. And now she just found out she had a cousin and then had to kill her. So she is alone again in the world.
She did get a really cool pendant out of it, though.
A pendant that burns skin.
So, I mean, even trade, right?
Yeah. Well.
All right. So Araya wakes up pretty much a week later. And of course, what large human is sitting next to her in a very uncomfortable, almost comically small chair. Of course, it's Rain.
Carissa describes it really well because it also talks about how awkward she is in the bed with these 2 wings because she can't retract the wings yet. She doesn't know how.
Yeah.
So she's sitting there and doesn't know how to sit with this big old thing on her back that she's literally never had.
It's got to be like having a backpack that you can control, like a robot backpack or something.
Really big effing backpack.
Yeah. They both agree that Septimus should not know about the pendant. Not a big deal at all. He makes her food and he's totally fishing for a compliment.
He's a good cook.
He's like, so how is it? She's like, it's fine. And meanwhile, she's thinking, this is the best fucking food ever.
I've
Oh my God,
slaved
it's
all
so
day.
good. No, he goes, I'll take it. I'll take that as delicious, Rain. Thank you for the meal cooked with love and also for saving my life. Ding.
I feel like
So
what he just
sarcastic.
emulated is a daily conversation I have with my 13-year-old.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like, I know you like, that's your favorite food.
But she
I
was
just
also
made it.
acting like
Don't
your
act like
13-year-old.
you're too cool.
Yeah, she was
for
too cool.
those buffalo wings I just made you because I know you love them.
I know you love them. They're fine. Fine, Mom. They're fine.
Whatever.
Cooked with love. Okay.
Moretti's is better.
Araya is taking that same energy, though, and is, like, surprised. He even came to come get her. She was like, I figured you would think I ran away. And he's like, I did. And she's like, but you still came after me anyway? And he's like, I did. And he is quite literally frustrated that she is not getting that he cares about her.
I just thought this meant he was a really good worker, like trust but verify. He was very thorough. No, I'm just kidding.
But he loves her. Marissa, he loves her.
He doesn't know what love is.
He then does, like, go to check her wings because Evelina legit, like you said, nailed her to a wall. And he was kind of beating himself up that he didn't show her how to retract them before.
Yeah.
Because you can't. And he said it's even harder when they're injured. Like, it takes practice to do it, period.
Well, and just to remind you, she shredded those wings. When she tried to get free, she didn't have enough time to take all the nails out. She literally just like pushed her wings off of it and ripped everywhere it was nailed.
And then she was worried. She was never going to fly again. He's like, dude, you're fine. You're built for the sky. I would never let anyone take that from you.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Again, declaring his protection and love for her without saying, I actually love you. But
I will say I was surprised because I was concerned too.
Yeah.
My historical fantasy wings getting shredded.
Yeah.
They're ruined. Like, think ACOTAR.
Yeah, but
That was the first thing they said whenever anybody's wings got messed up is they might not be able to fly again.
well,
They
and
systematically did that to women.
Ibrahim, they crippled him. So
And
it must
shredded
have
his
been to the
wings.
point that. So in this conversation back and forth, she does ask him if it was worth it to be the Nightborn King. Like, you have everything, you're doing everything you want. And he said, I have saved the Rashan people, my people, from 2 centuries of subjugation, took back what was rightfully mine. I have the air mark, and got revenge upon the man who killed thousands of my people. And I even get to wear a crown in front of the pricks who once treated me like a slave. So,
Is that not like retribution or what?
well, then he says, that's what I would say to anyone else who asked.
Yeah.
But she's asking, and he's like, you deserve the truth. And she's like, they're like little one honest thing.
One honest
thing. I don't know if it was worth it. Feels like it's all cursed, and maybe the only way to survive as a ruler is to become just like them. And she connected with that too, because with Vincent too, like, she's still struggling with the push-pull of who her father was, right? Because, and I think a lot of people struggle with that. We've talked about this in the last episode, where it's like you're struggling with being thankful and appreciative,
Yeah.
and you know there's love there, but then struggling with the reality of who they actually are.
Yep.
And that's not what you thought,
Well,
right?
I do think the way humans raise their kids, there
Yeah.
is a certain level of idealism.
Yeah.
Then as an adult, you grow into it and you realize, oh, they are people who are flawed also.
Yeah.
So it's a interesting transition in its extreme because she knew inherently, yes, my dad murdered his whole family.
Right.
She knew that in her head. But then going and seeing the destruction and stuff, it changes your view.
It does.
Well, and the fact that he killed everybody before he actually won.
Yeah.
So if he would have
Lost.
lost, well, I guess he'd be dead if he lost. So it doesn't matter.
He don't care.
But you murder your whole family, assuming you'd win.
Yeah. But I mean, also think of Vincent's upbringing.
Yeah.
His dad made him come up and watch him kill every sibling that was born. You don't really have a attached,
That's true.
like, nature at that point. I mean, his
You're
dad
only
made sure
here
it was,
until you're no longer a risk.
he already dehumanized I mean,
Yeah.
they're not human, but, de-vampireized. I
Well,
don't
and
know,
I think we brought this up in the last one where Vincent did raise her better than he was raised,
Right. He one-upped it.
but it's still shitty parenting.
And in the figment of her imagination right now, he's sorry for a lot of it.
Yeah. Unless that's him communicating from beyond.
You do see Rain also struggling with that last statement, right?
Yeah.
With the maybe you have to become as brutal and awful as them in order to even do this. And he's like, kill me before that ever
Yeah.
happens.
I
And
don't
she
ever
goes,
want to be that.
Yeah, she goes, I been there, done that, sweetheart. I can do it again.
Yep.
So I do love their banter back and forth, but like it's also, he is definitely worried about it. Rain then asks for consent to massage her wings.
And we know wings are sensitive.
Wings are super sensitive.
They can be ticklish, borderline.
Erotica. Ooh. So again, in true Marissa Fade to Black, I'm not going to talk about the sensualness, but
thank you.
There's definitely a lot of foreplay. This is foreplay-esque, but also like connecting. They're having a conversation and connecting. Some of my favorite things. He did say, she like groans, like, oh, that feels good. And he goes, do you know I dream about that sound? I was like, whoa,
Oh, God.
okay. And then he does say, when I went into that room, when he saw her like nailed up and Evelina over her and everything, he's like, I thought you were dead. I thought I lost you. She goes, would have been a relief for you. And he's like, stop saying things like that. Like, you're really seeing like the yin and yang back and forth that I'm talking about. He is getting more and more irritated with her because he's trying to connect with her and like wants her to trust him, and he understands, and he sees that she knows it, but she's refusing to
acknowledge
admit it. Yeah, and acknowledge it, which he understands. It's also understandable considering all that she's processing, and like he did kill her father. There's a lot to process.
Well, and can I Marissa it out for a second?
Yeah.
I would totally do this because
Admittedly, I would too.
She totally trusted him.
Yeah.
Trusted him over her father and what he's been building towards with her for 20 some years. Threw that all away because she thought we're in love. And then he flipped and became a totally different person. I know that flip, like seeing all these actions, I know that flip was an act. Well, and centuries of rage. Okay.
Yeah.
But
I don't know if it was an act. I think he had to do it.
No,
he didn't have a choice.
He could have handled it differently.
Why? How? What part? Hold on. Let's dig in here.
We've had this argument in a previous episode.
Oh, okay.
But he could have had a better wish.
He had to do what? How? How?
He could wish that his people were just like brought back up, not necessarily murder the whole sect. He didn't even want to be king.
No. Actions after then. He still would have had to kill her father. That all had to happen. Did he have to
He could have imprisoned her father.
No, you can't. No. There's too much of that power. Remember that description too, the power struggle. Like one can only
because Nyaxia likes her children fighting.
Yeah, and you also have to remember, Vincent, they're all in power. He wouldn't have been able to rise up without that happening. He just would have subjugated everybody anyway. Continued. He would have failed dramatically. He still kind of is. He's still not winning yet.
No.
We're still witnessing the failure.
He was not set up for success.
He was not. And what I do love is he understands all of this and that this is hard. Mm-hmm. Right? And I think that's great. He ends this, though. I do want to go back to this before we move on. He ends that I'm so tired of pretending that I don't think about you every night. Like, he is continuously professing his love for her. Mm-hmm. He tells her he was selfish. He thought he had it together, but he knew if she knew the truth of why he was there, that she would hate him.
Yeah.
Which is true.
And
she would have had to. Yeah. She says that, am I supposed to like give you some sort of mercy for that? That you feel bad about that? And then what I found interesting is that she does get vulnerable. She busts out. It's not about her dad necessarily. She says, you don't think I dream about like fucking killing you every night?
I
You made me do what you couldn't. You made me have to live with that.
Well, I love that his initial thought was, oh shit,
Yeah.
I thought, look at me being so selfless. Look what I did for you.
Yeah.
And then seeing her perspective, I thought, oh my God, isn't that so like such a mind shift
Yeah.
when you understand your significant other's point of view?
Yeah.
Because I think
Well, and he
90%
wasn't
of the
even.
fights that me and my husband have
Yeah.
are him assuming that I'm reacting how he would react, or me assuming he's react like back and forth.
And your
where I'm
thought
like,
process is
oh my
somewhere
God,
totally
our
different.
brains are just totally different.
Yeah.
That wasn't even what you were upset about.
Right. And he wasn't even cocky. Like, you even presented his, like, look
No,
at.
but he felt good inside.
Exactly. He thought he was giving her the ultimate gift. And she's like,
I have nightmares every night. You did that to me.
Kill you.
Yeah.
Because she also knows that he knows that she knows that he knows, right?
Yes.
Like, she knows he knows she loves him,
Yeah.
and isn't saying all these things. I, as the reader, didn't even quite realize that either. So I just found it very impactful when she turned around and was like, that was her way of saying, I love you too, fucking asshole. Like,
This isn't a gift.
yes.
Yes.
Yes. Very powerful, in my opinion. And right then, Misha interrupts them like, hey guys,
By the way,
hi. This is awkward. I'm not going to say it's awkward, but Vale has a message for you. Vale needs you. There was a problem in Severnage. Some of the nobles are refusing to send their troops. They're undermining Vale. They're not listening to him at all. So they break up, go their different ways. And Misha's like, so best bud, what was going on?
Yes.
What was that all about? I obviously walked into something going on. What was going on? And Rain's just like, I just feel fucking stupid. Like, I thought I was doing this noble, amazing thing, and I'm the problem. I'm leaving tomorrow.
Yeah.
And
See ya.
Misha's like, you can't leave. What are you doing? And he's like, no. And he does break down. He's like, someone needs to be there. She needs me not to be around right now. And
Yeah.
frankly, I should be in timeout.
Yeah.
And think about what I've done. She needs help with her magic, though. Misha, this is you.
This is your sweet spot.
Help her with her magic. Let her heal. Watch her. I trust you. I gotta go. And Misha's like, fine.
Yeah.
You idiot. I didn't have any indication that he was having trouble with his power until, like, this with Misha. Like, I thought it was more all feelings with him and conflicting, like, political stuff. But she's like, you're not gonna be able to do anything with all this power that you have until you stop resenting it.
Yeah.
And so then I started rethinking some of his interactions that he's also just, like, festered up with, like, too much. And I was like, oh, wait, he's kind of feeling, we're getting more of that inner dialogue with, like, Araya and not knowing what to do because magic in general is just new for her.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, I didn't even think about the fact that he's struggling with how much power he
needs
has
to
as well.
recalibrate.
Yeah.
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 The funny thing is, when I read the whole like Misha popping in,
Yeah.
I pictured it as like when an adult walks in on their kids making out or something like that, because he was like massaging her wings and
That's
stuff, which
true.
is very like
Well, she probably
foreplay.
has,
You
like,
even called it foreplay.
It was.
Yeah.
And she's got to have, like, a hospital-ish, like, nightgown. She doesn't have, like,
where the
leathers on.
butt's open. That's what I picture.
I was
picture
not
Misha
picturing that
walking
much.
in.
Yeah.
She has a hospital gown on with her butt open, and
Yeah.
he's erotically touching her wings. That's awkward.
I mean, I think it's like an athletic massage, but it's just super sensitive.
You telling me that significant others don't give a sports massage and then it leads to something? She
okay.
groaned. Nicole, she groaned.
Where's that sound effect?
But please don't do that sound effect.
I'm not. I am not. I will not. Absolutely not. So then Rain, like, kind of awkwardly, I just pictured, like, two, like, high school, like, love sick puppies. And they just kind of had their first breakup and they're, like, trying to make it back. It's like, hey, I'm going to leave. And she's like, cool. Thanks for fixing my wings. I appreciate that. And he's like looking back at her longingly and sees the silver moons in her eyes and love. I just picture this whole like heart-wrenching like, bye,
If
bye.
they make this a series,
Thank
that's
you.
where like
Thank
an
you.
80 love song ballad will go.
Forever young, I want to be
because they're
forever young.
vampires. You didn't even mean to do that,
I
but that was
did.
very good.
I actually totally planned that. It's like written right here in my notes. Sing forever.
So it's
young.
not as funny when it was planned, though.
It's,
that wasn't
staged.
spontaneous.
This is staged reality, you guys.
We're reading a script right now.
I mean, kind of. My notes are a little insane, but
So
they make
everything
me
you're
feel
getting
good.
from me is real because I don't really use the notes.
You just are able to think when you are also enlightened, and I can't structurally think.
Well,
I can.
I-
It's just I like to know I have a backup.
Your notes actually give you the ability to give me cues. Because I don't remember
Yes.
the order of things, but you'll say something, I'm like, oh, I totally remember this really well. And
Yeah.
then I'll be able to regurgitate it.
Yeah.
Here, can we take a quick break?
No, I'm sorry.
I'm moving your microphone.
Wait. You're starting up next.
Okay, well, I'm going to keep us waiting because
That's
I gotta load up my stuff.
It's okay to prepare. This is our interlude. You're going to talk about an interlude type of thing too. So that's perfect. The story interludes as Marisa interludes.
It's so funny as we're doing this. I just realize more and more about how different our brains are based on what we recall from the story is totally different. Like the pieces that you connect with versus me, the retelling things.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just interesting.
I do think it's like you are more scenery, right, and history, and I think you like thrillers.
I
right?
like to set the stage. I like to move along the plot.
Right. Which is a very earth sign of you,
Okay.
right? And it also goes into the other genres you like to read, right? Our combination is this. I'm a water sign. I'm all about feeling, emotion, vibe. The other things I read are like romance and historical fiction, which we have the historical.
I like historical fiction. You just can't make historical fiction funny.
No, you can't, but I think it'd be interesting if we talked about it. Again, I think I would pick up on more the emotional relationship cues
Oh yeah.
I'm getting, where you pick up on the historical plot cues. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and frankly,
It's kinda
it'd
cool.
still be funny because it would remind us of stuff in our lives that we can make fun of.
Yeah.
Maybe our next palate cleanser is a historical fiction, but not a really sad one.
Okay.
So, throughout this book, in addition to the last book, there
Yeah.
have been like interludes that give you like bits and pieces of a story, a historical story that builds even more relevance and context as the story's going along. But we know it all happens in the past. So, we're going to spoil it for you right now because I'm going
I
to
love-
tell the story of Rain and Nessany.
So I love how you just introed that because it's how we're reading it. Like
Yeah.
we don't when we get Araya's flashbacks,
Yeah.
it's in her point of view still, right? Still from her narration. When we get these interludes of Rain, he is thinking of himself as it's like a third party narrator.
Yeah.
Because he's kind of thinking of himself as a slave, and he's newly vampire, and he's like navigating that
Yeah.
world again. To go to how great the writing is, like the whole vibe shifts, and you really went back. Like it's
yeah.
crazy. Okay, anyways, and I
Yeah.
felt like you introed it that way, like the way it was written. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yes, the whole time he's talking, it's like, and then the king, da 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 da, and then the blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But anyway,
The
so
slave felt da da da. Like
Yes.
he's referencing himself like
instead
that.
of I
Yeah.
felt da da da.
Right.
So Nessany is, as you may recall, the wife of Rain's master,
He was an asshole.
the asshole.
He was, I would say, worse than Vincent.
No, he was. He was definitely worse.
Yeah.
So he would, because, it was boring to just take human blood.
Right.
He would actually turn humans so that way he could also drink vampire blood. So Rain was brought up for 70 years a slave.
Yeah.
To this man. Well, evidently he falls in love with Nessanine, the queen. And he actually talks through during his monologue about how first he just assumed she was like all of the other ones. And he was just a slave, and that's how she saw him.
Yeah.
But then slowly, like as...
Because when you're the king's slave, you're also like gifted to nobles.
Yes.
Right? So there's nobles all over that get to just abuse you.
There's a lot of alluding that this abuse scene wasn't just
physical
blood.
Or mental or taking blood.
Yeah.
I think it was sexual as well.
I also think it was torture.
Of course.
Yeah.
I think all of the above.
Yeah. So basically it was like, do whatever you want with this hunky 6'7" man.
He described himself as a piece of meat.
Yes.
He was bones and flesh and meat. Like,
yeah.
That's how they saw him.
So he wasn't the kind of slave that just served dinner and was doing your laundry.
Yeah.
He was
Also, we find out through these interludes that Iris, that's how he knows him.
Because he was also a slave.
Correct.
So that's why his bond is so deep with Kairos and Katara.
Katora. That's right. I don't think he has a deep bond. That's just how he knows him.
Yes, that's how he knows him. But that's also because he trusted Misha with them.
Right.
Hurt Misha.
Right.
So Rain originally thinks this queen is like all the other ones, but slowly, over 70 years, he starts to notice that Nessanine is also a prisoner. Not only is she a prisoner, but she also has empathy for the people.
Right.
We actually don't know if that is also with humans, though. We do know that, like, with other vampires, turned vampires.
I don't think humans were, like,
mentioned.
A part of their,
Yeah.
Rain definitely brought that in. No, this is just vampires, which turned vampires are almost, you're one
human.
Level above a human in their eyes,
So through this, he actually gets alone time with her, and they actually start this affair where it's not just sex, but it's also like somebody to live for, somebody that he would notice her pain. He talked about how he saw bruises around her neck that she's trying to cover up. So like she was also tortured, and I'm sure was considered a blood bank for her husband.
Yeah.
So they start an affair. This is what he talks about, like he loves her. He would die for her. The backstory around him actually wanting her to leave with him.
Yeah. Yeah. And she wouldn't. So we get a lot of little spurts into what life was like. Like you said, it started with her just being empathetic and sweet and like grew into love. He does mention like they're the only two though. Like she was special and nice and treated them all like her children almost.
Yeah.
But he was the only one sleeping with her.
Rain is gone. Misha is staying to help Araya with her magic. And Araya actually notices like, man, it looks like the burns are getting worse. And she goes in her head like, have I just not noticed them, or are they getting worse? So she must still be fighting back and forth with her god. And Katora is in the city trying to fix the world that...
Well, Lahore would be in an upheaval at this point. So she's trying to like...
Their quote-unquote leader
Yeah.
left. And we have
this world.
Left life.
Exited.
And,
life.
well, I mean...
The eternal Irish goodbye.
And all of her subjects, i.e. children vampire, are running amok on the town.
Right.
So we have to install a new government in this faraway land.
It takes some time, you know?
It takes some time.
It takes a little bit of time.
So Misha is helping her control her magic. She's still struggling with things, and Misha is still being very vague with her feedback. Like, it's just there. Like, just try it. And she also learns about the wings, like how to close her wings. But during these like sessions, Misha is definitely hinting at like Rain loves you. Here's signs.
Yeah.
And talks about how hard it was to find human medicine.
Right.
Which we know it was hard for the king.
I don't think it's human medicine. It's like fast healing.
Magical medicine?
Yeah. But it was, yeah, but you're right. There's like this reference to like, it was so hard, you know, to get that, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
So then she realizes he's the one who got it. Like, she didn't know that. It was worth whatever Rain went through to get it.
This struggle she has with magic is Vincent taught her everything about control and don't let your emotions show, and like keep your face blank, and fear is something to punch down. And Misha is giving the exact opposite advice, where it is more like, let your emotions flow. Just feel the energy flow through you. And she actually also talks about how hard it is to try to figure it out. She also talks about how when Katora teaches her to close the wings, like make the wings vanish, she's like, at least this coaching I better understand, because it's much more similar to Vincent's.
Because she's a hard ass?
Yes.
Yeah.
Misha actually through this was like bonding with her, and Araya, of course, with her bluntness, asks very poignant questions. But Misha talks about how she was found by Rain.
Yeah.
And
how they met.
Yeah. And turns out she was a priestess, which we already knew. She got attacked. She said, I would be dead if it wasn't for Rain. And basically Rain found her almost dead and just took her and just nursed her back to health in his own like apartment. She's like, I woke up and there's this huge dude sitting at the end of my bed.
Giant grumpy stranger.
Yeah. And that was it.
I mean, that's him. Yeah.
So she describes magic as like, it comes from your soul.
Yeah.
And so that's how she feels most connected to her soul with her emotions. And that's what she uses to pull, which is very interesting because that's very different than what we've heard like Araya trying to do. It looks like she's just like looking at her hand, like trying to like fire.
Yeah.
Like,
why won't it work?
It's fire, go.
Essentially, she was telling Araya in a different way, but she was telling Rain, like, you got to get control of this. You have to, like, own it, right? Stop trying to fight it. She was basically telling Araya the same thing because Vincent's in her head constantly during these training sessions. And she's like, you and him are kind of the same. You're both trying to be like them, and you're not. You're better than them. Yeah. This comes from within you, and you're both better than him.
Yeah.
And she kind of brings it back to both of them.
So it gets to a point where Araya's like, what are we doing here? It looks like we are on the outside and something's brewing. Yeah. And we need to be there. Yeah. We're like kind of like at the kid table. Yeah. Right? And Misha's like, well, Rain said to wait until he reaches out. And she's like, but he hasn't. And he won't. Like, we're going.
Okay, Marissa.
Yes.
She said, fuck him. I'm queen too. We're going.
Well, she keeps forgetting she's supposed to be posturing like she's a slave. I'm trying to be subtle for her.
But I don't really want to, and I think that we deserve to be there. It's like, no, she's like, fuck him. I'm queen. I'm going.
So they go.
Because she's queen.
They meet Rain like as he's stepping out, and it's so obvious that he just got done torturing and killing somebody, and there's still like blood splatters from the torture and killing on his face. And she's talking about like, oh, there's so many different Rains. Yeah. There's, Kajari Rain. Like, this is Kajari Rain where he's like he's here to kill.
Yeah, he's got a murderous like glint in his eye.
She's like, I haven't seen this Rain in a while. Good to see ya. She likes murder Rain.
I do too.
And she noticed that he like gave the same smirk, like
What's
naughty
up?
smirk.
How you doing?
Yeah.
How you doing?
Like,
the same way she looked at he looked at her when she was all pissed off, and he's like, "How you doing?"
it's the there she is.
They appreciate. Yep.
So what is, because each one of these fantasy men have
Yeah.
a different phrase for their lady loves.
Violence.
Violence. Yeah, violence is that one.
Yeah.
What about
Fairy
Nesta?
darling.
Oh, Farrah darling.
Fairy darling. Nesta. Bitch. No.
Put your hands on that.
And I only said bitch because I know Nesta kind of likes it.
Yeah. Okay. But anyway, Rain does not look happy to see them and was kind of like, I thought I told you to wait until I called for you.
I got kind of like the same way he tried to scold Misha before. Like, you're not supposed to be here. But I'm kind of glad you're here. You know, like I got to pretend like I'm mad, but I'm not actually mad. Did you feel like he was mad?
I felt like he was irritated, but he knew it was coming.
Okay, yeah.
There was only so long you were going to
I agree. Yeah.
hold her back until she realizes, wait,
I'm kind of surprised you
I'm
listened as long as you
kind
did.
of as powerful as he is. Why is he telling me what to do?
Exactly.
So basically until she was well enough to go.
Yeah.
So Vale, Kyrus, and Septimus were all like staring at her wings because they're shocked.
Yeah.
I mean, they think she's human.
Yeah.
And they forget that she's half vampire.
Right.
And so they're just like in awe of like, she came back with wings.
Okay.
And she also talks a lot about the reactions of people around her and
Yeah.
how it's shifted. It is no longer like, oh, human, I can't eat the daughter of the king, so I better just hold back for a second.
But it's also her confidence and vibe has shifted.
Yeah.
So maybe it hasn't really shifted with other people. Maybe she just thinks of herself as not just a human.
Maybe that's it.
I think it's a both, you know.
But it's seriously this progression where she started as, why is the frickin' venison walking around with us?
Well, yeah, as soon as someone's nostril flared, Vincent would get in front of her and she
Yeah.
dipped out, you know?
And then it went to, okay, this is weird. We've never seen a half human before.
Yeah.
Like, interesting. And now it's kind of like, oh shit, she might be a little strong.
Yeah. Don't say anything to piss her off. Shut up.
Yeah. So it's good. She's coming into her power.
She is.
But basically, she's sitting right next to Rain at this like political meeting. And in this meeting, we find out from Kyrus, he says, we need an event.
We need a party.
We need to party like a rock star.
We do.
So Araya doesn't really want to go to this meal. She'd rather be alone, but she's like, it's too good of an opportunity to be at the table with everybody. So Kyrus is there, Vale is there, Keturah is there, Vale's human turned wife is there, Lilith. And this is the first interaction that we actually really get to know her as a person a little bit and their relationship.
If you read the novella, we don't get to know her at all. I'm a little annoyed by it. Lilith's a badass.
Well, I mean, she's a badass in this.
She is, but I'll let you describe it. But this gives you a fraction of who she actually is. And then when you read her and Vale's essential origin story, highly recommend reading the novella. Like, we should read it as our in-between or something like that. Like, we think Araya, the human from the first book and doing all this stuff is badass.
Yeah.
Lilith is
Was
her
badass.
own female main character.
Yeah.
Smart as shit. Like,
Good.
I don't know if they talk about it in here. Like, she was studying to be like a doctor, right? She's super smart.
Are these spoilers?
I think kinda, not really. I mean, all I want to convey is my annoyance that they don't show you how incredibly badass Lilith is. And reading the novella, I feel like Lilith would have more of a role in this world. So I'm kind of hoping they come back in some way, shape, or form. But she's really cool.
Okay.
I would read a whole series
trust you.
on her path,
Oh.
not just a.
Okay.
Yeah, she's cool.
Carissa, take note.
Lilith, cool.
Yes.
But when I first read this, I didn't read the novella till after, so I didn't know. And then
That
when
she
I
was cool.
reread it, I'm like,
Bitch, please.
they done my girl wrong. No. Anyways, go ahead.
Okay. So we have Vale, Kyrus, Septimus, Rain, Katora, like
Yeah.
all of the people. And
Family dinner.
Kyrus is like, we need an event. And the best political event that we could have to really have the king show his significance is a wedding. So congratulations, Vale and Lilith.
Yeah.
We're going to celebrate your wedding.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Vale does not like the idea.
And Vale is like, we're already married. No thanks, bro.
Yeah. He doesn't like He's like, I'm not subjecting her to this.
No.
Like, we all know what people think of turned vampires.
Yeah.
And isn't Rain like, your king is a turned vampire, so you might want to...
Excuse me.
Check yourself.
Check yourself.
Check yourself.
And Lilith also stands behind her man and says, actually, we'll do it if it's what's best for the community as a whole.
Well, she goes to Rain, will this actually help the House of Night? And he said it will. And she's like, we're doing it.
So the political motivation is Vale is the only person in the administration that is even the smallest bit respected because he was previously the general.
Yeah.
And he is part of the noble class.
Well, but it's, I think that's he's a very well-respected noble.
Yeah.
Right? So,
well, not since he turned a human and made her his wife.
I don't know. Guys do that. Nikolai did that. All of them do that. She could be a slave for all people know, right? So he's not going to have less respect with nobles for that. Maybe if they saw how much he actually loved her, that's why he's saying, I'm not putting her at their feet, right?
Yeah.
Right. They other people could think he has a pet.
Rain in this conversation does also reference the fact that I was at your guys' feet.
Yep.
Boom.
Yep, exactly.
In your face. But anyway, Katora wanted to talk to Vale. And so Rain, like as they were leaving the meeting, offered to take Lilith back to her room. And Vale, you could see him like tense up and be like protective. And Lilith was like, it's fine. I got this.
Yeah.
Which I was like, yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Plus, I know Rain wouldn't hurt her.
Right.
But anyway, I actually thought he was trying to get information out of her or something like that. Like,
no, that was the reverse.
It was actually very interesting. Lilith, he kept saying he was surprised by how blunt she was and like doesn't take any shit.
Yeah.
Which was true.
He's like, I expected like a quiet, subservient, like submissive. And she's just like, I am none of those things.
Yeah. But really, the whole reason we find out at the end of this conversation was he wanted to make sure that she was there not against her will.
Right.
And
because he was in that situation.
He was in that situation, but he also knew that many turned, like they become slaves. They are just blood banks that live with you forever. And so he's like, okay, well, you are free to go if you are not here willingly. She's like, I am. Move on.
He treats me with the utmost respect. Yeah.
And then he's like, well, if that ever changes, you are free to leave whenever you want.
Yeah.
This is no prison.
I got you.
Which, go Rain. He like is practicing what he preaches.
He's like, under my rule, that shit's not happening. No. So just let us know.
Yeah.
And she kind of got to the bottom of, you don't trust Vale, do you?
No.
And he kind of says, listen, did he do these things to me? Was he the same as everybody else? No. But was he complicit in what was going on? Yes. And do I question his motives or where his loyalties lie? Yeah. I mean, he doesn't say all this. This is all hinted around.
Yeah.
But that's kind of the message. She was getting down to, you don't trust my husband.
Yeah.
Again, Lilith is way more badass than this projected.
Okay. I trust you because she's given all badass so far.
Then we kind of pan to Araya, like, freely walking around the castle. I think she's going to, like, train or something like that. And I found as the story is unfolding of her being back in the castle, she gets more and more surprised. Kind of like how you were saying people look at her differently. The vampires look at her differently. I think she is carrying herself differently. And she is noticing, like, it's kind of weird that I get to, like, walk around like this. Like, she's like, the castle looks different. And it's like, oh, it's not just during the day. I'm
Yeah.
walking around whenever the fuck I want. And she
Yeah.
would hide out before.
It's not just the decorations and the new Rashawn
Right.
like pictures.
But I also thought it was depicted well because she said the castle looked like it was somewhere between inhale and exhale. Like, some of her father's stuff, it was a different castle. It had been taken down, but it hadn't necessarily been replaced. Right?
Yeah.
It was all new. And I was like, that was a really good way to say it. Inhale and exhale.
Again,
it made me see it.
very good writing.
Very good writing. She went to the human district. She was like, I need to kill something. I need to work out. I need to do something. Goes to the human districts like she used to, but there was not one vampire.
She searched heavily for an hour.
I think it was even more than an hour.
She couldn't find a one.
Not one. And humans, it's not like they weren't out. They were carefree, living their lives.
Yeah.
No vampires. So she's like, well, maybe I'm as cool as Rain, and I want a beer, and I want to go into a bar. So she goes into a bar and orders a beer, and then behind her she hears, like, make that too.
I think it's very funny that you call what she did ordering a beer, because it's like a little kid going to like a liquor store and being like, I'll have one alcohol.
A mead, please.
Beer. It's like, what kind of beer? How many beers?
She didn't quite know what she was doing.
Just
no.
a beer.
Yeah.
It actually
make that too.
It reminded me. Remember the story that you guys always made fun of me about when I was in high school?
Which one? No.
Yes, there were many. We always joked also about how our family is a shark feed.
Yeah.
And so it, like, if one person razzed another person, it would become a roast. And we would just pile on.
I'm just gonna lay it out there. I was never chum in the water.
So you started it?
No, I just was not allowed. People would try and pounce on me, and then
You would annihilate them with your words?
yes.
Yeah, I've been there. I've lived it. I believe you. But it reminded me, I was at a dance, and a cute upperclassman asked me to dance on the dance floor. And so I didn't say anything. I just started dancing because we were on the dance floor already.
Yeah.
So I felt like it was a weird question to ask. Just start dancing. But how everybody interpreted it was Marissa's so awkward that, like, you ask her to dance and she just, like, breaks out and dance, like, in the middle of the hallway.
Without saying anything.
Yeah, without saying anything, which I guess is true.
It's what I pictured in my head.
Well, I think you all pictured like he asked me to a dance, and I just started dancing.
I pictured you were out at the concession stand, and he's like, "Do you want to dance?" And you're like, "Do do 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 do."
I want to, and I'm doing it right now. See ya.
I'm a mime. Okay. That's not what I pictured in ordering a beer, but now I will.
Yeah, that's what I pictured. I was like,
so they get their beer, and he's just like, "So, notice anything different out there? Did you have fun? How'd it go? Was it, like, successful? Did you...
How many vampires did you kill?
Anything at all? Compliment me, please. Compliment me, please."
Fishing here,
like, did you
fishing here.
maybe notice it should be, like, filled with criminals by now? And since you and the heroic savior of the human districts, you know...
Yeah.
That was me. The reason you didn't have anything to do is because of me. I have, like, doubled the patrols or whatever of the human districts, and people aren't going to live that way. They're always going to be safe. Humans are going to be safe under my rule.
And he did it in a very condescending way to her father. She was like, but it's always been illegal. Why did it work this time? And he's like, because I actually wanted to reinforce this.
I did not read it like that at all.
Yeah.
I read it as... she's sitting there with the realization, and she goes, Vincent always said it was impossible. Like, she's realizing he lied to her again. Tough. She's not naive. You read it in, like, a naivety way. I read it that, like, she was like, yeah, another thing my dad lied to me about.
Both.
He said it wasn't possible at all.
Yeah.
Another obvious lie.
Well, I think the way he presented it also is like he didn't have to mention her father. But he was like, yeah, Vincent could have done it too. Oh, he didn't? Oh, what does that say about him?
How does that feel?
Are you still angry that I murdered him in
Do
front of you?
you want to talk about
Okay.
it?
I'll bring up something bad he did also later. Look at all
Randomly.
these things. But he does talk.
And then I'll listen.
Yeah. Like what? Oh, interesting.
That probably would have hurt my feelings. Did
Let's
it
talk
hurt
about
yours?
your feelings about
Did
that.
it hurt yours? Okay.
Do you like me a little bit more now?
She does say, though, like, I felt like an idiot because I never questioned it. And he's like, I never questioned Nikolai either. Again, I don't think that's how you pronounce his name, but to me, he's Nikolai. I never questioned him either. So he's making more relations. Like, we're the same. I know how you feel right now. Okay? Yeah. Remember, my guy was way worse than your guy. But your guy had to kill my guy, and I had to kill your guy. For us to be
too confusing.
Here
too many
today.
You guys in that.
Everyone got it. Everyone understands exactly.
I need a character map for that sentence.
Simpatico. We're good. So they just get to frickin' die and not a...
Nikolai.
I said Nikolai.
Neculi.
That's what it is. I'm still going to say Nikolai.
I had to write, who is the king who sired Rain?
Look at
Neculi.
You. Sired.
I know my vampire lingo.
She's then also basically annoyed that they got to die and they don't have to take in any of these fucking consequences. And he's like, or hear me out. Yeah. Or we get to use the power we got from them and make this kingdom what we want.
Yeah.
What it should
remember, I'm building our dream, but you don't believe in the dream yet.
And I asked you to do it with me.
See, join me now. Remember, I just talked about how your dad sucks.
Yeah.
So now like me again.
It works. She's like, it's easy to make him my enemy, but it's more complicated to say basically he knows me more than anybody else ever knows me and wants the same things as me. It's easier just to pretend like I hate him. And she's realizing she can't anymore. Okay? At this realization, I just see them like lost in conversation, right? Busy bar all around him. And then all of a sudden, oops, sorry, Rain gets bumped into. And he's like, no problem. And the guy recognizes them and is like, Highness. And like gets down on one knee and it causes like a commotion. Everyone's
Ruined
staring
their
at
favorite
him.
bar.
Yeah, they're like, oh, wait.
Ruined their favorite bar.
That's right. That's a king-sized vampire here. He's obviously
not
the king.
many. So, okay. Having a husband who is 6'7",
yes,
and fairly large man.
Yeah.
When we walk into a restaurant as humans,
yeah,
like there are people that turn and like see, oh, like that tall guy. So I have a hard time believing that Rain like slipped in the back door.
But remember last time they went in the last book, she said he was like he literally hunched himself, somehow made himself smaller. Because he's also got that vampire allure. Like, they can't really hide. So, I don't know.
I'm just saying, it's
Hollywood should call. He's obviously a good actor.
It's interesting that this is the first time he got recognized.
True story. I would agree with that. But he does get recognized, and he's like, and they're like, we should leave. Yeah, we should leave. Like, everyone was staring at him, and it was like, okay, nothing to see here. And so Rain takes her to his apartment, and you can tell, like, they walk into this building. There's a human asleep at the front desk. They go up. It's a very small room, like a small desk, and I felt like a bed, like pushed against the corner, basically. Yeah. And it's like the top floor, so I saw like a slanted ceiling. Like he can't even stand up straight.
Just like a artist's,
like hovel type thing. Yes, agreed. And it's obviously lived in. There's papers around. There's things like that, and she's like, so, do you like bring your companions up here sometimes? And he kind of laughs. He's like, I'm married, in case you forgot. Yeah. And she's like, well, you know, I heard it's a pretty difficult marriage.
It's
no one would blame
funny
you.
Her walking through the self-consciousness.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I know I'm jealous, but I don't want to be jealous. But I have to know if any lady friends have been up here. Is this where you bang your side, girl?
You bring people up here often? He's like, I'm married. And then she's like, it's a difficult marriage. No one would blame you. And he's like, I like a little fight. Besides, she's ruined me for everyone else. Like, they always do this, like, playful, and then it's like,
oh, he does love me.
Okay. And then they kind of like move closer together and they're getting a little foreplay again and she bites his thumb.
That was such a weird thing. When I read it, I was like, wait, what? Like, first of all, I've never read one where like they're like sucking fingers and stuff.
Yeah.
So already I was kind of like, oh, that we're going there. Oh, okay. But so
You're not
then,
really a digits person.
I mean, I know, I've found out recently that digits and toes evidently are like a thing, which has made me rethink a lot of things. I didn't know that.
You recently?
I knew there was an abstract thing as foot fetish. I didn't realize hands and fingers were also a thing. And then I, like, in terms of people being attracted to them. I know, okay?
You're giving this more context. It's not making you seem any less naive.
I didn't know how common it was.
Okay, we can settle on that.
That's it. I knew it was a thing.
Yeah.
Either I don't know that people I have been with
Yeah.
are into that, or I just never have been with somebody that's been into that.
Yeah.
But evidently it's like a thing. Like it's
Well,
a
yeah.
common thing.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to take all that out because that's embarrassing. The look you're giving right now is telling me I should be really
I'm
embarrassed
like, you
by
can
this.
stop talking about it in a new moment.
Well, I was trying to tell you, like, it's not. I knew that there's a thing called foot fetishes, but will you stop? Okay, stop looking at me like that.
No
Stop
problem.
looking at me, Swan.
It's hard not to. Sorry.
But anyway, how did we go to foot fetish? Where did I go?
bit his
so off
thumb.
track. Okay, so when she bit his thumb,
Yes. She bites his tongue. Wow. She bites his thumb, and
tongue
she
would
like
make more sense.
really likes it though. Like
Yeah.
she's surprised that she likes the blood, which in the horror she drank the blood and was like, "Oh, that actually wasn't awful." Right? But that she's like into it like this.
Yes.
And he's like likes that she likes it as well. And so she kind of was like surprised, a little embarrassed, and is like stands up and is like, I don't know why I did that. I don't know what happened. And he's like, it's okay. It's like, I kind of heard, like resand with your body just kind of takes over. It's a primal instinct.
Yeah.
Like you just did it. We
Yeah.
don't got to make it weird. It's fine.
It's a thing. It's fine.
I get it. I get it, man. I get it.
Which I will say most vampire things don't talk about like drinking each other's blood as like a thing. This is the first time I've seen vampire culture be really into like taking each other's blood. It usually doesn't focus on each other's blood.
I'm trying to think in originals. I think they might have been into that. Where you just watch Vampire Diaries, so it was more about the human aspects and everything. I can't remember. Anyways, she awkwardly gets up, like I said, and said there's something you needed to talk about. We just change the subject.
Nothing to see here.
He's like, totally, catch your vibe. Let's change the subject. The Bloodborne are a problem. Mm-hmm. They're a real problem.
Thank God he said it.
Yeah. He's like, no matter what I do, no matter what my commands are, they don't let up on their viciousness. They're brutal. Araya's like, at least it's the Hajj areas. You mean in the Hajj, my people that we're brutal with? He's like, yeah. He's like, they're all my kingdom.
Yeah.
Okay? Doesn't really matter. They're all my kingdom and they're awful. The nobles can't stand me.
Yeah.
They hate me. Many of them were friends with Nikolai. Many of them were friends with Nikolai and saw him as a slave, and that's all they're ever going to see him as. It's fine. And in his head, he's thinking about how he's actually, like, afraid of them as well. Like,
yeah.
And so that's got to be exhausting to put on that front all the time when they're actually scary.
Well, because they tortured him for 70 years.
Right. And he's like, he tells her, my real concern is Simon.
Yeah.
The brother that he killed. He killed his brother on the very first night.
He might be mad about that, but also he doesn't like me and is very powerful.
He's very powerful. Why? Because he has a big-ass army.
Yeah.
He's got the biggest army. So if he's going to act his army against me, I have no shot. I'm already like fighting your dad's peeps.
Yeah.
And now I'm still fighting my peeps that were my dude's peeps. It's a lot, man.
It's a lot of peeps.
And he's got the bloodborne that aren't fucking listening.
We got to get him
all.
out.
We got to get
Yeah.
him out. He tells her he invited the House of Shadow to the wedding, which isn't crazy, but everybody else doesn't know
Yeah.
that he's done this. And she's like, ooh, you have a mole. You
Yeah.
have a traitor amongst you, and you want to make sure you don't. He doesn't think it's her, quite
Yeah.
obviously, which is also I didn't quite pick up on until just now. He did that mostly because like they don't really give a shit what happens. The House of Shadow and the House of Blood really could care less about what happens with them, but they don't want the Bloodborne taking over the House of Night just as much as the Nightborn don't, right? So they have a vested interest in the Bloodborne not having more power. Iris does know that he invited the House of Shadow, but not necessarily why. And she kind of talks it out, but gets to who she thinks he doesn't trust, which is Vale.
Yeah. Well, they went through everyone and they're like, okay, Kyrus,
She did in her head. He's just kind of get there. Yeah.
Okay. Think faster.
Yeah.
But Kyrus and Katora, he left Misha.
Right.
They grew up as slaves together. He trusts them. He trusts me, obviously, because look at my bod.
He loves her mind.
And she would have made that joke. So he kind of loves my bride, if you're going there. And Vale has a history of nobles.
I mean, he was on that side, right?
Yeah.
He was in Nikolai's court, and all of that. I don't know if it's called a court, but whatever. He was one of the homies. So Rain proposes a deal. He's like, I'm going to present the image of powerful Rashawn Conqueror and gain the support of the House of Shadow. And you help me, and you're free. And he's like, I promise you that I will treat the Hiaj and the humans as much as my subjects as I would the Rashawn. You have my word. Hopefully this has proven it. This place, he was so sweet. He's like, this place has literally taken everything from you and taking things from you that it had no business asking of you when you were far too young. You're young, you're beautiful, like, go live a life.
Yeah.
Go find a life. You don't have to do this. You deserve to be happy.
Yeah.
And she's like, that's really fucking stupid of you.
Yeah.
I'm like all you have.
Idiot.
Why are you so stupid? He goes, some people would say it's stupid of me to keep you alive at all.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm fucking stupid, dude. I already
You're
did it.
welcome.
Yeah.
Proving
I'm stupid.
it.
I'm stupid, okay? You can be free.
So Araya is back at the castle and she's kind of like ruminating on the offer of complete freedom. Like,
Yeah.
what would she even do with that? She's never even thought of something like that. And Septimus is there and he is, just doing his thing that he always does. She actually mentions like, it's so weird how quietly he walks.
Yeah.
Because he just like, it feels like he just appears.
Don't underestimate my sneakiness.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
He actually talks a little bit about, finally, it looks like Rain has seen how powerful you are. Your dad never did. Like, interesting that he's pointing out all of Vincent's downfalls also.
Yeah.
But
it's all his way to make sure she knows, like, he's on to her. Like,
Yeah.
he knows these things are affecting her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't a cage.
Yeah.
And she's like, it's never been a cage. It's my home. And she's like,
What?
he's
Shut
like,
up.
no.
You don't know what you're talking about. Leave me alone.
He talks a lot about how, I bet your dad always made sure you knew how weak you are, how dangerous this is, just to like,
How good you smelled.
yep. So
Yep.
that way you are always running in fear.
How
And-
fragile you were. And it's like, yeah, that's my whole childhood. Shut the fuck up.
Have you been talking to my therapist? Did you read my journal?
I mean, but if you think about it, it's not that hard to pick up that that's what would be happening.
Yeah.
And I mean, she was a human raised in a vampire
But
world.
I feel like Septimus knows everything.
No, he's totally
always,
gaslighting her right now,
6
too.
steps ahead. We actually finally find out a little bit about Bloodborne history,
Right.
which is that the Shadowborn or Bloodborne is the next duology.
Shadowborn.
because now I really want to know about the Bloodborne.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, so as a reminder, the Bloodborne as a whole could more probably closely associate with humans because they do have an end date. The Night and Shadowborn clans, they live forever. They have immortality.
Right.
But long, long ago, a distant king of the Bloodborne, who used to be Nyaxia's favorite children,
Right.
actually betrayed her. I don't even think we know what he did to betray her or anything.
I think he just says they fell out of favor.
Yeah. So basically, Nyaxia put a curse on the whole clan that said, you go into this like blood craze and you die. So the Bloodborne are the only vampire species who die. Mm-hmm. And Septimus says it's a really painful, horrible death. We are a proud people, but so you never see it, but trust me, it's the worst way to die.
Right.
So he actually talks a little bit about the history, and he says there once was this king and queen, and many in our clan believe in going to seers, right? And so this couple went to the seer, and usually they say, oh, your child will be in autumn and will blow like the wind, like super vague things, like what some people say a psychic does.
Yeah. You don't go to a psychic and they're like, he's going to be an asshole, FYI.
Yeah. Be like, his wind will fly in both directions with such fierceness.
Yeah.
But anyway, they were shocked when they went to the seer and they did not get something vague like that. They actually got a prophecy.
It was, your son will either save the House of Blood or end it.
Dun, dun, dun.
Or you guys will cease to exist. Like, there's no in between.
Oof.
That's a glass half full or empty.
That's a lot of pressure.
Right.
So they go start making babies. And soon a prince is born, and he will be the savior of the world. And he grew up knowing this. And this whole time, there's Araya like being like, oh, are we talking about you, Prince of the Bloodborne? Because she knows that he's royalty and that he's a son, right? And she's like, this third person story is so ridiculous, man. Like, tell me your plan. Septimus talks about how he trained until there's one day where he was ready to go and save the clan. And he goes through trials on a quest to find Nyaxia and prove his loyalty. And through all these trials, he conquers and he finally gets to Nyaxia. And Nyaxia laughed at him when he apologized. And Septimus said that C word then killed him.
Yeah.
And
Not just killed him.
Killed him and everybody else except for one general to take back the severed head of the prince and say he failed, and Nyaxia is still pissed.
Yeah. I will say I knew Septimus wasn't talking about himself before that when he said he was the very best of us. So I was like, oh, was.
Yeah.
Oh, what happened?
I didn't catch it until the very end when he was like, and he died.
Yeah. Well, and then it was like, do you know what that makes me, princess? Last resort.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the only hope that my entire house has.
Well, and he also talked about how he's one of like 7 brothers.
Yeah.
And he's the only one left. And he's like, my parents did have a sister and she's still alive.
Yeah.
But I am the 7th brother. I'm sure my parents, who are very fertile, because that's a lot
he's like,
by vampire standards.
They're probably still trying to make an heir.
They're still working their butts off to make a backup plan.
Yeah. It was a good analogy because he's like, we're not so different from each other.
Yeah.
We're actually very much the same. We don't get endless centuries to plan our attack. We both die.
Which makes me realize, like, I loved this conversation because I love the conversations that you have where you see a whole different perspective.
Yeah.
And then it's one of those things where you want to reread interactions the whole way with that perspective. But you always hear the Bloodborne talked about. They're just so vicious. Well, they have a sense of urgency.
Right.
And probably most of the people who sign up for these death wish challenges are probably towards the end of the curse. They're about to die anyway.
Right.
So, yeah, they're fighting with so much fervor that you can't emulate because you don't give a shit.
Right.
So you get that perspective. Of course, they're vicious. This is their last life.
Right.
And you also understand Septimus. He has to be so strategic.
Yeah.
He is very similar to Rain in they carry the weight of their people on their shoulders.
I think any king does, but he's like, the way I'm different is how me and you are the same.
Yeah. You know what we should probably do? We should write a letter to the King Charles, and see if he will come on to our podcast and talk to us about how hard it is to carry the weight of a country on your shoulders.
Oh my God. He killed
We
Diana.
could get Nicole Renee. That is a horrible conspiracy
Future
theory.
Marissa, in my defense, that was a horrible comparison. You should probably cut the whole thing.
Rude. I was just trying to get some viewership. How many people would listen to King Charles get high with us?
No
and
King's
talk
Day.
about
No King's Day.
how about Prince Harry? We could get Prince Harry.
Fuck 'em
He's
all.
in the States.
No.
Come
No
on.
family. You think I want to talk about the royal family? Fuck
Okay.
you. No.
But I love how Araya looks at him after he was so vulnerable and said, "Desperate times, princess. I need your help." And she said, "I don't really make deals with desperate people. I find that they make stupid decisions. So
It
no
was so
thanks.
well played.
No thanks."
She
But-
really was like, that you,
Yeah.
no.
No, thank you. By the way, you talked about how, I'm in bars with Vincent and I was in bars with Rain. I see your bars, sir, and I'm done with prison. That's what she said.
I was thinking of actual bars,
No.
not prison bars. Like, I'll take two.
Okay, that's because of yesterday.
Or because Rain likes the bar. I have to pee.
Of course you do.
I waited nicely until you were done
You know
with your
what?
section.
I'm going to make it super awkward and I'm going to go do, do, do,
Oh,
do.
God.
And I'm going to keep it all in so everybody
I'm not
knows
gonna wash my
how
hands then.
long you feed. Do, 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 do. Run, Nicole, run.
I did wash my hands.
Sure you did. Or did you just wet your hands? Prove it.
I lived through a pandemic, okay?
So did my kids, and they're disgusting.
So true. Not that your kids are disgusting, but kids are disgusting. Okay. So, it's a wedding. It's a party.
Araya has to get ready, and she realizes Kyrus has picked out the outfit, and it is not what she would pick. But granted, she would pick leathers if she would pick anything. So she talks about how this dress is like open in all the places that she would normally close it, and what she was taught historically to have. Like, her neck is wide open, her air mark is like fully showing. She talks about it's a deep V, so you can see the air mark all the way on the front, and a slit that goes all the way up her leg.
It just shows a lot of skin.
A
All
lot of
down
skin.
her back as well, which, just generally speaking, you're not showing exposed skin. Definitely not your neck, and definitely they don't have her show off her mark because
Yeah.
it shows power.
Yeah, and she's supposed to be a slave, remember? She does note that there is this mantle, which I had to look up what a mantle is.
I did too.
But it's basically like a Victorian era like shawl to put over your scandalous chest.
I would say like a structured shawl, essentially, right?
So she
like a cape.
says, fuck this acting like a slave bullshit.
Yep.
And she doesn't wear that mantle.
She doesn't. She prounces right in there. All that skin showing.
Uh-huh.
All that neck. All that power.
Yeah.
In
And
front of her
sees,
direct enemies.
yeah, she sees apprehension, not necessarily hunger, which is what she's
I would
used
say
to.
this is kind of the final turn
Yeah.
of she is not some human.
No way.
She is not half human, half
She's
vampire
a effing
even.
vampire.
She's one of the most powerful vampires in the room, right? Like,
Yeah.
even though she's half human, she's one of the most powerful people there.
She's top 5 for sure.
The way Rain narrates her entrance and how she looks, I just wrote, he is so obsessed with her.
He's so into you,
He
Araya.
is so into her. He makes comments about the blood vendors, and he's describing all of that security and everything that he has done. And he's saying, but I'm not really into human blood since a certain woman's human blood in a certain cave. Flashback. Psh, sexy. Okay. Going forward, he sees Simon and Simon's wife appear. I don't remember her name. I don't honestly care. He welcomes Simon, is like, it's been a while. Glad you could make the journey. And he's like, it's an honor to be here tonight. And they both bow, very proper, deep bows.
Good job.
Kind of weird, though, right? So part of Rain is like, I hope that means maybe he doesn't remember me. Maybe he doesn't remember. Rain. Rain baby.
He is so hoping.
Baby, everyone knows. Everyone remembers, okay? But he's hoping, like, maybe that means he doesn't remember me. But part of him is like, I kind of hope he does remember and is bowing to a slave. So then the House of Shadow arrive. They also bow to each other. Theirs is a little deeper, right? They have a little bit of a banter back and forth where they're kind of like friendly, not friendly. Yeah. Fake I hate you, right? Like sarcastic.
Oh, I'm very familiar with that.
Very sarcastic to each other. Then Araya walks in, throat fully exposed, right?
Another good 80s love ballad entrance.
Yeah.
Where it's like slow motion rain. Yeah. Like looks over and then the music starts pounding and Araya walks in slow motion.
Now and then
I'm thinking it's more that weird like in your eyes. Like where he talks about seeing like generational children in her eyes.
Oh wow. And it flashes to like a future.
Yeah.
In a non-vampire world where they're fighting for their lives.
But they look exactly the same because they're vampires.
All right, in this movie montage,
could be centuries.
In this movie
from now.
montage, it just goes, and you see Misha like, "Damn girl, you look great."
Love you, Mish. We need to get out of that anyway.
Misha goes,
"It was time to move on."
Misha just literally walks up to her and goes, "You got balls. Mm-hmm. I love it. Look at that. Yeah. All of that on display. Way to go." Araya's like, "Well, not just me, girl. Look at you and your gold ensemble. You've got some admirers." And she points around. Misha looks around and is kind of happy and instantly like freezes and makes an excuse and gets away. And Araya registers like, that's a little weird. That's a little weird, but has to move on, right? Simon comes up to her right away and asks her to dance. Araya's given him all kinds of fucking attitude back and forth. And he mentions, I forget how he gets on the topic of exotic. Uh-huh. But he's like, Rain was pretty exotic thing back in the day. Did he ever tell you about that? Probably not.
That's when us, the reader, are like, oh, Rain. When
remember.
You thought that when he bowed so deeply to you, he like didn't even remember. Yeah, he remembers everything.
It was gross, too, the way that he said it.
He's
it was
so
very,
nasty.
Very creepy. Very creepy. He touches her shoulder. She grabs his wrist and is like, he told me all that I need to know. Mm-hmm. And she's like, I guess I'm not the slave queen. I'm going to let that drop a little bit. And yells at him. Yeah. Rain then comes up and is like, she's mine and I don't share.
Get off my bitch.
So everyone's on to him.
Get off my slave.
Yeah.
In a nice way.
He like takes her and starts dancing and is like, stay the fuck away from him. If you want to hurt me, do it in other ways. And she's like, that. I was defending you, by the way.
I was actually telling him to get the fuck off me, too.
Yeah, I was defending you because he's a jerk. They start to dance. All eyes are on them. they are pretending they're both not into it. I mean, I think Araya's pretending a little harder, but they are both very, very much aware of each other and
Mm-hmm.
very, very into it and like it very much.
I
Um,
will also say that Araya is not a good actress, and multiple people have told her that to her face during the whole book series. So
True.
her trying to be like, I hate you, Rain. I'm sure she's like,
No,
oh.
there's like I just see like fierce magnetism like between them. Not like a, oh my savior. I see like a fierce
It's the
intensity.
Pride and Prejudice, the first time Darcy dance, where the room fades away.
I feel way fiercer than that.
But that's like a gentlemanly
Like
fierceness.
TVMA version of that.
Okay. Well, with a little punch in the face. I got it. I got it.
Not punch, fierceness. Like I want to
A
eat you.
fierce. I want to eat you. That's worse than a punch in the face.
Like a S&M version of Mr.
My God, Nicole.
Don't
Well,
you
I
see
guess
it? They're
she
vampires.
did bite his thumb.
Yeah, you play vampire games, you get vampire prizes, Marissa.
Okay. Maybe
Okay.
I'm not as into vampires.
Parts of this dance that I thought were like, he like dips her, I think, and runs his finger down her air mark, and she's like, the mantle was uncomfortable. And he's
Her
like,
air mark goes all the way in between her boobs.
it does. And she gets goosebumps, and she's like, it just was uncomfortable.
Because he put her
Okay,
his
Marissa.
finger down her boobs.
He's like, you're a shit liar. That's not it. They do a lot of proclamation that I was actually kind of rolling my eyes. That's what I'm reading right now and deciding if I want to say it out loud. And I'm just going to say that instead because it's kind of cringy. And I think it ruins what I have with them.
Okay.
So we're going to move past it. When they finish this dance, all right? It's intense, though. You feel the intensity as we're reading. They finish the dance. Everyone is staring at them. And Araya's like, that was stupid. Karis is going to be pissed at both of us. He dipped her again. Stands up. He like stumbles a little bit. She's like, are you all right? You out of shape? And he's like, apparently I am. And like they're kind of making fun of each other. Araya is feeling very uneasy about all of it. It's like, that's not really like him. I don't think. And he's kind of making a joke out of it. Karis swoops in and looks like all irritated, which she just said he's going to be annoyed with us. And he's like, I need to speak with you. And he like ushers Rain away. And she's kind of like, bye. But she's like looking at him and is
He drank a lot.
worried about him, right? Like it doesn't seem right.
So Rain gets ushered away by Kyrus. And Rain the whole time is like, man, I'm fuzzy. So they're wandering outside and Rain like stops and is like, how long have we been walking? We're really far away now. And he like can't keep track of time and stuff. Kyrus actually laughs and was like, one dance with you, you can't even think straight. And he's like, no, like something's off. A wave of dizziness hits Rain and he fell against the wrong. And Kyrus asked like, how are you? And Rain saw pity on his face, not like worry or anything.
He knew something was up. And that's when he starts to say, I had to pick a side, man. It wasn't you.
And instead of picking my friend who went through torture with me for decades, I went with the people who tortured me. See you later.
I will say, in his defense,
Okay,
it is not looking so great. Right?
Yeah.
So I can see how he thinks he might be doing the right thing.
Yeah.
But he's, being very disloyal.
Yes.
I was pissed at him. I'm like,
dude,
you
I
asshole.
did not think it was him at all.
Yeah.
I thought it was Vale, to be
and
honest.
then all of a sudden, he's like, my own men come out.
Yeah. And he passes out.
Yeah.
So Rain, the whole time this whole next section happens, I'm like, will you guys stop doing nothing? Rain just got kidnapped.
Yeah.
But we have to walk through the realization very slowly. So Araya is like walking around. She's noticing all these things, not only because this is the first like party she's been to, but it's also like the first one where she's actually of power, where people are taking notice. So she's like,
she also says, though, she never stayed long at these kinds of things. Like, it was an initial thing, and she wouldn't have seen what she was seeing, essentially.
And so she's kind of noticing each one of the human people that are going to be the live blood.
Blood vendors.
Yes, they have a guard.
Yeah.
So each one of the nobles who are enjoying it have like a babysitter with them. The older nobles are a little bit annoyed that somebody is like babysitting them and they can't do whatever the frick they want with this meat on their table.
She just was thinking, it's kind of weird. You know, these guards are people who should be, you know, guarding Rain. They're his best guards.
Yeah.
Simon and his wife seem way too happy
Yeah.
to have just bowed to a former slave. That doesn't really make sense. Where's Misha? Like,
Misha, we haven't seen Misha all
since she got quiet, you know, and so she's gone. She's just, it's like not, the vibe ain't
Something's
right.
off.
Yeah. Septimus, like, kind of breaks her chain of thought.
So Septimus actually just grabs her arm on the third gong as she's going after Simon and is just like, oh, how noble of you to go after your prince. And he actually draws blood and she feels his blood magic and it like freezes her. And her internal dialogue is all around, oh, he must be so strong because anybody in the Kajari, I could eventually break free, but I can't do anything right now.
You have to remember too, she is witnessing the Rashan soldiers as well.
Yeah.
So where all the vendors were, as she's like paralyzed with Septimus, she sees them all turn. It's a coup.
Yeah. So now she finally put it all together, but only because Septimus heavily hinted and all hell broke loose. She passes out under all of the blood magic and she wakes up in a dungeon. And she's like, damn it. And she feels somebody's hand start to go up her leg. And she's like, how rude. But then she's like, oh, he's just trying to get my knife. And so she actually like takes her dagger, gets Guy one, and she notices that they have the Kingslayer. What is it called? Is it what is it called? The Taker.
Taker of Hearts.
What is the Kingslayer?
That's the Akatar.
Akatar. Okay.
Right? Was
that Game of Thrones?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm going to have to look it up and cut all this out because we will get so much hate for not knowing that.
She, what I want to note though is she pretends she's still knocked out and is like listening to their conversation and like waits for the one guy to get close enough to her dagger and is able to like maneuver herself and stab him as she like takes out the other guy and he's like crawling towards the Taker of Hearts. And she's like, oh, that's fine.
You're an idiot. You brought this along. She actually, when she grabs it, she's like, why did I ever think this was painful? This is just fucking power.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah. And she cuts off this guy's leg basically. And he crawls away and she gets him. And she's like, I'm back, bitch.
She hears Vincent's voice too. This is what you were always meant to be, my little serpent. Like he's proud of her and it fuels her.
The fictional person in her head.
Maybe it's not. Sometimes there's so many times, I wanted to talk about this like when we get to the next episode too. There's so many times where I'm like, I think it is him.
It might be him. Yeah. I hope it's him because he's being very encouraging right now.
Yes.
And that's exactly what she needed to hear, Daddy Vincent.
Well, and there's some finalization and that needs to happen.
Closure.
Like, yes. Yeah.
So anyway, she's a badass. She just got out of the dungeon. She knows Rain's not in the dungeon. She's walking through in her head like, okay, vampires, they're kind of dicks. And a king that they don't like, they're going to want, like, that's not where you kill them silently in the dungeon like they would me, evidently.
Right.
It's more where you wanted to do it with an audience.
Yeah.
And so she's climbing up the stairs and she's just going up and up and up. And in her head, she's walking through, would it be here? Would it be here? And the whole time at the end, she's kind of like, okay, I know exactly where it is. I've been walking to it this whole time.
Yeah.
At the very, very top of the castle of this turret, there is a ballroom full of windows and a balcony. And as she knew it would be, the ballroom is full of the nobles like gallivanting and drinking and stuff. And Rain is actually out on the balcony, like tied across two different pillars.
Strung up. Yep.
His wings are spread out and nailed open, waiting for the sun to rise where he will be burned alive in front
He's
of everyone.
publicly executed in a humiliating way, too.
And she's like, not my husband slash person who murdered my dad slash boyfriend, kind of maybe. It's complicated.
Hashtag.
Hashtag complicated. Okay. So she says, I'm going to murder these only 2 guards that they have. Like, they should have had more than 2 guards.
No, she goes through a shit ton of people right now.
Oh.
On the whole balcony, there's all those.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just zoomed through that. She murdered a lot of people along the way. Mm-hmm. The taker is kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
And he's just slaying things.
I see the most badass, like, single battle montage ever. Cassian level.
Like Shang-Chi.
Oh.
I think that's like the best fighting ever. Of all of...
I think that's just because, like, jiu-jitsu, kung fu and stuff is just really cool.
Yeah, that's what I want her to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
But she's also with a blade. So I see, like, you know how they described Cassian as, like, it's an art?
It's a dance.
It's a dance. That's what I see her, just like...
Yeah.
And then you just hear, that's a hell of an entrance, princess.
Yeah. So she murders the 2 guys. She starts cutting the chains.
There's more than 2. There's a lot. You just reduced her again. I'm so sorry, Araya.
There's only really 2 guys. Everybody else was between the 2 guys and the sword. She killed like
1.5.
3 ants.
This is the patriarchy at play, you guys.
It's just ingrained. It's how I was raised. Okay. So she starts getting him down, but she notices that the sun is coming up and his face is starting to get like burned. And so she's like, we got to go fast. This is going to hurt. She takes off one of his hands to be like, help me a little bit. And all of a sudden, like that whole side of his body, like lugs down.
Yeah.
Like he is just out of it. It's not good. He's bolted up there. So she's going as fast as he can.
At one point, she's staring at him horrified, and he's like, I can't look that bad.
He
like,
does.
You look bad.
You look horrible. But she finally gets him down, and he's a 6'7", I would guess at least 250, probably plus pound man with his wings out, trying to drag him across, and he is not helping her very much.
No, yeah,
she's taking in the scene. She's like, we don't have much time. The people inside waiting for you to be murdered are going to look up and realize that I just murdered a bunch of people.
Like soldiers coming.
Yeah,
like,
she's screwed.
Yeah.
You know what's a good idea? Let me jump off the balcony with my new ass wings and try to carry us both.
But before that, all these people are coming. He weighs a shit ton, and he looks at her. He goes, so why'd you come for me? And she's like, I don't have fucking time for this. And jumps off the balcony, carrying his 250-pound ass.
Yeah.
Like, he literally is like, do you like me? I think you like me.
It was fucking Kyrus the whole time.
He did look at her. I kind of read that as comical in a way, where he's like, it was Kyrus. That traitor. Can you fucking believe that?
What a jerk.
What a jerk.
He freaking drugged me.
Oh, also, she pulls him closer after saying, I don't have time for this. And he goes, you're so beautiful.
He's still on the drugs that Kyrus gave him. So not only a little bit tortured, slightly burnt, but also...
Yeah. And Araya's got new wings, and she does pretty damn good. She gets his heavy ass right to the edge of the human districts before they crash down. Yeah. And you got to remember, the sun is coming up. Like, it is, he already had bruises and burns on his face when she started to take him down. So he's got to be burning up. This also gives them
some time, though, because no vampires are coming out right now.
Yeah, but the sun is. Now the battle is the sun. Like, that you going to still fry. The sun. Yeah. So he's like, I know where we are. And she's like, we are not making it to that apartment of yours. He's like, we're making it. We're making it.
This is happening.
And he gets there, collapses right in front of the door. She's like trying to pull him into the shade. Then the door opens. A man comes out that's always asleep. at the front. She's seen him sleeping twice. Grabs her, grabs him, throws him inside, pulls the drapes closed. It's all dark. And he just goes, I'm not a fucking fool, all right? Neither one of you have anything to be afraid of. And he, like, shelters them. He's like, this place has changed. Don't think people here don't know why. You're fine with me. We're fine with me. I'm going to be gone for the rest of the day. I'm going to lock up behind me. And as far as anybody else knows, I didn't see a thing.
I heard nothing. I seen nothing.
And Rain's like, thanks, man. You my boy. You my boy, Blue. I appreciate that. So Araya helps him get all the way up. They're in the apartment. He's feeling a lot better. Rain thanks her for coming, you know, and saving him. And she's like, her reaction is just like, fucking Simon talked about you like you were nothing.
Such
Fuck
a
him.
dick.
Fuck him.
Such a dick.
Like, she's like stewing with anger. He's like, thanks so much, man. Like, I owe you my life, right? And he just goes, I got a present for you. I got a little something for you. He pulls out a picture of a woman, dark hair. He's like, I think this is your mother.
Your dear mama.
And she notices instantly Vincent had drawn it. It's a portrait of that her dad did. There was also a necklace with a black stone charm that matched the ring that she wore.
Yeah.
So he's like, I figured they went together. She's like, how do you have this? He's like, I literally took everything from 24 years ago and I've gone through it little by little. I think this is your mom. She definitely lived in the castle for a while. He thinks she was some sort of magic user, a sorceress of some kind for a god. Do you know how to say this?
Where is it on the page?
First bullet point in from the first main bullet point. Rain had taken everything from 24 years ago. Akahaya? We don't know, okay? She was a sorceress, like a priestess, like Misha was, for a different god. Not the same god. This is the goddess of the unknown, the weaver of fates, right? When she asked him, why did you do all of this? He's like, because you deserve so much more than what this world has given you. And she realized it was more than her father had ever given her, any information at all. Then he gives her this pouch of gold. And he's like, hey, there's a man in a boat. And he's waiting for you. And he's going to take you anywhere in the world. This place doesn't deserve you. And I don't
Go live
either.
your life.
I don't either. And what I did to you was unforgivable.
I don't even forgive myself.
I don't. Go. Live a life. And she just goes, fucking fool.
Idiot. You're such an idiot.
Why are you so stupid? You have nothing but me, and yet you let me go? And he just goes, I have nothing but you. And yet I'm letting you go.
See
and
ya.
she's like, throws the coins at him. And like, right when this gets interesting, you're going to fucking have me quit? Fuck you, dude.
Rude.
I can't fucking believe you. She's like pissed.
I literally just saved you from a balcony. If
Yes.
I was going to go, I would have just gone.
Yeah. We're a team, stupid. No.
We're married.
Yeah, but she literally says, it just got interesting and you think I'm going to run away? Fuck you, Rain. And then they kissed.
Yeah, they did.
And I'm just going to say this line, and then again, I'm going to go through my favorite lines because we're fading to black. But
well, technically going through your favorite lines is not fading to black. I just want to point that out.
we're going to fade to gray.
We're going to sit in gray for a long time, evidently. You got multiple bullets.
I do. It's true. A thunderstorm over a summer desert. A torrent that swept in all at once, obliterating the heat so all-consuming that suddenly you remember nothing but the rain. Pun intended.
Woof.
This is where Marissa put it up to 2.5. And then he kissed her, and then it was starving. It was like desperate. And the full moon hunger, and then there's nothing into this world. Then she pushed him down and hesitated because she saw him wince. Don't you dare stop, princess. Please don't.
I don't remember this at all. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't care if it fucking kills me. The hate that can toss him in the moment. And I saw him, and then exactly what it was in the costume and trying to make Rain one of the people who had once subjugated him. Let him... That's how Marissa listens to it. He does say, let me make you the queen that you are. Let me guard your body, your soul, your heart. Let me spend the rest of my fucking pathetic life at your mercy. If I need to die, then let me do it by your hand, princess.
Okay, this is setting a really high
wait,
bar.
Wait.
Yes.
All of that. And she goes, fine.
All right.
Fine.
Okay.
I'll let you love me.
So, all you young girls out there,
Target demographic, yes.
that is not an attainable conversation you should expect from a man.
It's kind of like love bombing, but in the fantasy world, it's okay. And we're married women. So we can go, guy, how about this? Target audience, young men.
Oh,
be
perfect.
obsessed with her and worship her. We all want someone to just kind of worship us.
I actually gave...
Some want the worship more public than others.
I actually gave that advice, well, similar advice to somebody who is about to give, like, deciding if she wants to, like, go down the marriage path with this guy.
Okay.
And I actually said, you want somebody that is obsessed with you as much as you are obsessed with him.
I would say more. More.
Of course you would.
More obsessed with you than you are with him. Because you inherently are going to care more because we are empathetic creatures at heart, like at our base, right? We are caring, loving, nurturing. So pick someone who's more obsessed with you because you will eventually care just as much as them.
That's not what I did.
It's actually not what I did. Then it was like, damn, boy, what'd you do? You got lucky. Now it's like, damn, girl, what'd you do? You got lucky. Like,
it's always been, damn, girl, you got lucky for me.
No, actually it has not. So they're post-coitus.
Post-coitus, they realize we need to get Misha out.
Yeah.
Because Misha's there. Everybody who has been loyal is there. They're most likely going to keep Misha and all those who are loyal in the dungeon. But we also need the pendant because it's not the god blood, but it's something important if Vincent kept it where it is. So the plan is they are going to creep into the castle, and Araya's going to go up and she's going to get the pendant, and then Rain's going to go to the dungeon, and as soon as Araya's done, Araya's going to meet him in the dungeon and help him, and then they're going to get out. Caveat, there are lots of ways in and out of the castle. And the whole theme during this book is every king changes the castle and makes it so that way there's ways in and out that only you know.
Yeah.
And Vincent has taught her some of them, but she doesn't even know all of them. But the one way from into the kingdom and castle that Araya does know is a way that Vincent said there's no way she's going to do it unless she's desperate. And that's the only time I'd want her to escape the castle. And it was through the sewer system.
Essentially.
Yes. So they creep into this piss-ridden water and slowly make their way into the castle. It is gross, but it's the only way. And they get in. And what I struggled with during this part was they had to have smelled horrible. You're not creeping around when you just smell like pee, poo,
So it is
vomit.
interesting because when they were in the sewer and they heard the guards and everything's rushing around them, she said, thank God that they were covered in shit because it covered up her human smell and the chaos. But then you're right. Once they got in, which we should back up because the way they had to get in made me think of you.
Oh, thank you.
Because there was like a door and she didn't know which one. He's like, which one? And she's like, I don't fucking know, dude. I always go from the outside out. I was shown that way.
Yeah.
And they get to what they know it is and it won't open. And she's I kind of picture like, Alakazam. That didn't work. And she just knows.
The blood.
So she's covered in shit.
Yeah. Oh, God.
And
this
had
was
to
so
cut
gross.
her hand. and put it on the door, and it opened, and I instantly thought of you. I'm like, that's
septic shock. She gone. She gone.
It was.
She
pretty
probably
nasty.
got 10 minutes before she dies from shit going into her blood.
I don't know if it's 10 minutes. I think she'd get an hour or two.
You better get that shit out of your wound right now, lady.
But then you're right. Then they were walking around the castle still
With shit.
covered in shit.
Covered in shit and in her blood.
Oh, wait,
Go wash your hands.
No, he brought a change of clothes for them, didn't he?
I'm sorry, does a change of clothes wash your hair?
Very good point. Very good point.
That's
True story.
Okay, I'm glad that I'm sorry to derail us on hygiene again.
But it made me think of you while I was reading it.
Yeah,
I
'cause
laughed
it's
and I
fucking
was
gross.
like, oh, Marissa's cringing right now. She's
Yeah.
like, no, how do you know?
Come on.
God.
Wash your hands.
Because after that, when they get out, she does like Rain had to like wipe like his eye holes clear of
That's
poop.
gross.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
she then
gross.
cuts her hand and sticks it.
Gross. Yes. Thank you.
Oh, man. She laughed at him. He had so much shit all over himself.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at your own hands.
All right. So they reach the path where they must part ways.
Yes.
Rain's going to the dungeons. Araya's going to her room. And they're kind of like, okay, I'll see ya. And Rain's like, dude, I'll be fine. All right. I can handle a few of Septimus's guards.
Plus,
I'm the fucking
I smell
Nightborn
like
King.
shit. Nobody's gonna come try to get me.
Right? And she kind of throws back I remember having to save your ass from death just a couple hours ago. All right? So I'm allowed to be concerned.
Yes.
Okay?
Like 36 hours ago.
Yeah.
That was me.
Yeah.
Saving you. And he's like, okay, well, just come back and save me quick, babe.
He goes, okay, fine.
Doll.
So if it goes bad, you're going to be there to save my ass in a couple of minutes. We'll be good.
I'm pretty sure he said doll at the end of that.
Doll. Hey,
You
doll
can save
face.
me, doll. Okay, so she goes upstairs and she sees two guards guarding her door. And she's like, I knew there'd be some, but like these newbies, come on.
Yeah.
And she kills them both.
Yeah. She tried to stab the lock with the sword.
Oh, God.
And she's like, what the fuck? And then she's like, oh, duh, keys. Goes back over.
It's so
Gets
funny.
the keys.
You find out you're a vampire and you forget to make human solutions.
Right. She opens the locks, right? All four
1,
locks.
2,
And
3,
as
4.
she's thinking about it, she's like, why were there guards and why is this locked? Opens the door and then a chair flies out to hit her in the head. And it's Misha.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello, Misha.
Why is she in here? Just like, oh, hi. How are you?
Howdy doody. So she looks for the pendant. It is nowhere to be found. She's like, shit.
Yeah.
I swear I put it here. It's not here. We've got to go help Rain because if Misha's up here, who the hell is down there?
Right.
So we got to go tell him we have Misha. So they both rush down. They go round the corner and there is the Shadowborn prince. And he turns around like shocked because, I mean, she's covered in shit. This is going to be the theme for the rest of it.
Obviously. Let's just bring that back. There has
I don't
not been
know
a
why
shower.
it was mentioned since they got out of the shit.
I was going to say, he was like, well, hey there. How are you? But you're like, he's shocked because she's covered in shit.
Yeah, he doesn't want any because,
Yeah.
again, she's gross. But he was actually making eyes at the lady behind her, and her reaction was not equivalent because she runs, she jumps on him, she stabs the shit
Yes.
out of him over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Blood
Everywhere.
everywhere, all
Yeah.
over her.
She goes feral on
Yes.
him. Yeah.
Yeah. And so we got to figure about what
Well,
that
what
was about.
I found it to be very interesting that at the end, like, Araya's like, are you good? And she said she just saw something in her face and the, like, grief as well as the rage that she just knew. It was a very, like, #MeToo moment. Like, she's like, oh.
I got you.
Oh. She knew before Misha
Yeah.
had to tell her. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's some trauma we will find out about another day. And then they go to the dungeons, and there are bodies everywhere, just a trail of bodies. And so Rain is back. He's feeling better. The medicine worked. The not sunlight in his face worked.
But he's still fighting a whole lot of people.
Yeah, there's still a lot of people.
And I love that they just like basically make eye contact mid-fight, and he's just kind of like, oh, thank God. Okay, come on.
Okay. We got this.
Yeah.
Okay, so at the end of the day, they kill a bunch of people. They free Vale. They free Lilith, who looks like she is traumatized, but they put them either in cells next to each other or the same cell. I did note that.
No, next to each other.
Yeah.
But it was surprising when it was Vale first, and I think it was like,
okay, Vale is on our side.
He's a good guy.
Yeah. Katora is there, and so they're like, good news, we saved you. Bad news, we have to get shit, and you're gonna smell like Araya.
Yeah. But first of all, as soon as they open Katora's door, she's like, that fucking prick.
That dick. Because everybody put together, it was Kyrus.
It's Kyrus, yeah.
Kyrus is a jerk.
Yep. And
The end.
they swim through shit to save their lives. The end of this part, we have one more part where the real shit goes down.
Spoiler alert, Nicole.
This was one of my favorite parts, though.
Yeah, this was a good.
Well, because now the next episode,
That's why we've been talking for almost 3 hours.
We had a lot of tangents. I know I always say that, but we really did this time.
So question, do I need to cut tangents or just keep them and we just have long episodes?
It depends.
Thanks for the help. No, just kidding.
It depends.
Thanks for the direction.
Are they funny tangents?
I think all of our tangents are hilarious.
Some of these might not be very funny.
Oh, is that a feedback? Okay, our episodes can't become like 4 or 5 hours.
No, I know. We went on a lot of tangents today. I blame it. I'm kind of hungry.
Okay. I was going to blame it on the weed, but we'll go with hunger.
Yours is the weed. Mine is hunger. It's a dual problem. I think we both enjoyed this part a lot because I remember when you were reading it, I'm like, what part are you at? And you're like, I just got to where she saved him and they finally did it. Because that is kind of when a lot of this feeling in his head, in her head, like comes to a culmination. Like they are a team now.
Yeah.
And they are going to do this.
There's no doubt. Like,
yeah. I'm glad we got there in the last third of the book.
Yeah.
Awesome. No, I'm just kidding.
Of a duology.
This push-pull relationship doesn't annoy me. This is actually, to me, very much makes sense. I understand where both characters are at and how they're there. And I kind of love their detached, hard love story type of thing, right? Like the similar but different backgrounds, and it's not too lovey-dovey because they're not lovey-dovey people.
I mean, Rain got a little lovey-dovey.
No, I know, but it's like not the... Like, I feel like Reese got soft. You know, their love story, it changed. Which is, there's nothing to say
they got
it's bad.
pregnant, okay?
Yeah.
That's what happened.
They got born.
It's the ever after part of happily.
But I'm just saying that's not bad. It's just that relationship, right? And they are people that are like that and they changed, right? Nesta and Cassian as well. Like the edges softened and things like that. These guys are a little... hard and detached and a little like they both have a lot of fucking baggage, and so like we're getting to
trauma bonding.
That it is kind of a trauma bond.
Shoot, murder, or what is it? Marry, murder, kiss.
Fuck, marry, kill.
Oh, can we not fuck? Let's just
kind of the point of the whole fucking game, Marissa.
Kiss or more, your choice.
Consent only fuck.
Marry or kill. Kyrus.
You would fuck Kyrus?
No. I'm saying the 3, and you have to do it. This is my question to you.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Are you sure it wasn't the weed?
Yeah. It's both.
Okay. Kyrus, Simon, her first lover.
What? That's stupid.
I'm sorry. I don't make the rules.
You literally just made the rules. Obviously, well, oh, shit. Okay. I'm gonna consensually fuck Simon. Simon. Wait, Septimus or Simon?
No, Simon.
Oh God. Um, I'm killing Simon. I'm marrying her first lover.
I mean,
I kind of feel bad for him.
Yeah, he
And
didn't mean it.
I'm fucking Kyrus, I guess.
I mean, he was a slave and probably a you-know-what one.
That's a waste of a fuck. Okay, I'll give you the nice, easy one.
Okay. No repeats.
Pinky, hold hands with, marry, and put in time out.
Yes, thank you.
Septimus.
Time out. Proceed.
Hold hands, or no, Rain, and Vincent.
Hold hands with Vincent because he's her dad. And I would marry Rain. That was easy.
I know.
Thank you.
But what else? You're welcome. That's my point.
Okay.
So stupid.
That was the best question.
But despite our ending question, please come back.
Okay, see you next time.
All right, you guys. We will be back with the closing episode of this duology. Just as an FYI, we are moving on to the Crescent City series after this. And if you hadn't noticed, we have a new schedule that we're trying out because we are working mothers who have actual careers, rude, and kids, even ruder, and husbands, so rude. So
and supportive. Thank you.
It's so supportive.
We've been talking for a long time.
We are going to skip a week in between book series. Right? So this week we're going to start to release the Serpent and the Wings of Night, and then we're going to skip a week, and then we're going to release all the Ashes and the Star Cursed Kings episodes, and then we're going to, I think we take a break, actually. We're going to take a winter break for a couple of weeks while we're reading Crescent City, and then we're going to start releasing those episodes. So, you're welcome. Thank you for talking high tales with your favorite lit sisters.
Peace out, yo.
Bye-bye.